What if I told you that thousands of seniors could lose up to $2,000 in Social Security benefits simply because they missed one critical deadline this September? That's right, an urgent update has just been released, and if you don't take action before September 15th, you could miss out on money you've rightfully earned. With the cost of living on the rise, groceries climbing, and medical bills piling up, no senior can afford to leave this kind of cash on the table. In today's update, we'll explain exactly what needs to be done, who qualifies for the additional benefit, and the simple steps you must take to protect your Social Security payments. This is not a rumor, it's not speculation, this is an official and time-sensitive warning every retiree, disabled worker, and senior must hear. Don't wait until it's too late, your financial future could depend on it. Before we dive deep into this urgent update, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on crucial financial information like this. Trust me, your future self will thank you for it. Also, drop a yes in the comments if you're ready to learn how to maximize your Social Security benefits. Have you ever wondered why some retirees seem to be living comfortably on their Social Security benefits while others struggle to make ends meet? The difference often comes down to knowing certain strategies and taking action at the right time. And right now, we're facing a critical deadline that could impact thousands of dollars in your future benefits. Let me ask you something. Do you know exactly how much money you're entitled to receive from Social Security? Most people don't, and that's exactly what the system counts on. They're banking on the fact that you'll just take whatever they give you without questioning it or understanding the full scope of your benefits. You see, every day I talk to people who are shocked when they learn about the money they've been leaving on the table. Just last week, I spoke with Martha, a 64-year-old retired teacher who had no idea she was eligible for additional benefits through her ex-husband's Social Security record. She was literally missing out on $400 extra per month, that's $4,800 per year. But here's the kicker, she almost missed the deadline to claim these benefits. Now, let's talk about why September is so crucial this year. The Social Security Administration is implementing several changes that could affect your benefits, and if you don't take action before the deadline, you could be leaving serious money on the table. We're talking about potential losses of up to $2,000 or more in annual benefits. Think about what you could do with an extra $2,000 a year. That's not just numbers on a page, that's real money that could help with medical bills, groceries, or maybe finally taking that trip to visit your grandkids. This isn't about being greedy, it's about getting what you've rightfully earned after decades of paying into the system. But here's what makes this situation even more urgent. These changes aren't being widely publicized. The Social Security Administration isn't going to call you up and say, "Hey, you need to do this to get your full benefits." It's up to you to take action, and that's exactly why I'm making this video today. Let me break down exactly what's changing and why it matters so much. First, we need to understand that Social Security benefits are calculated based on a complex formula that takes into account your lifetime earnings, the age at which you claim benefits, and various other factors. But what many people don't realize is that these calculations can be optimized if you know what you're doing. One of the biggest changes coming involves the way cost of living adjustments, COLAs, are calculated. These adjustments are crucial because they help your benefits keep pace with inflation. But here's the thing, if you don't position yourself correctly before September, you could miss out on some significant increases. Let me give you a real-world example. John and Mary are both turning 66 this year. They have similar work histories and earnings records. John took the time to understand these changes and adjusted his claiming strategy accordingly. Mary, on the other hand, didn't know about the upcoming changes and just went with the default options. The difference in their monthly benefits? About $170. That might not sound like much at first, but multiply that by 12 months, and you're looking at over $2,000 per year. Now multiply that by 20 years of retirement, and we're talking about $40,000 in lost benefits. But it's not just about the COLA adjustments. There are several other critical changes happening that could affect your benefits. For instance, did you know that the earnings test threshold is changing? This is particularly important if you're planning to work while receiving Social Security benefits before reaching full retirement age. Now you might be wondering, well, what exactly do I need to do before September? That's exactly what I'm going to explain, but first, let me tell you why this is so important even if you're not planning to retire soon. Social Security planning isn't just for people who are about to retire. The decisions you make now can have a massive impact on your future benefits. Let's talk about the three main groups of people who need to pay special attention to these changes. First, if you're between 62 and 70 years old, these changes could directly affect your benefit amounts. Second, if you're married or have been married for at least 10 years, there are specific strategies you need to know about. And third, if you're still working but planning to retire in the next few years, these changes could affect your retirement timeline. Here's something that might surprise you: your Social Security benefits are not automatically maximized. The system is designed to provide basic benefits, but it's up to you to take the steps necessary to optimize those benefits. Think of it like this: would you let someone else decide how much of your paycheck you get to keep? Of course not. So why would you let the default Social Security system determine your benefits without making sure you're getting everything you're entitled to? One of the most overlooked aspects of Social Security benefits is the spousal benefit strategy. Did you know that even if you've never worked outside the home, you might be eligible for up to 50% of your spouse's benefit amount? And if you're divorced but were married for at least 10 years, you might still be eligible for these benefits even if your ex-spouse has remarried. But here's where the September deadline becomes crucial. The rules around spousal benefits are changing, and if you don't take action before the deadline, you could miss out on thousands of dollars in potential benefits. This is particularly important for women, who typically live longer and often have lower lifetime earnings than men. Let me share another story that illustrates why this is so important. Sarah came to me last year, devastated because she had just learned that she could have been receiving an additional $300 per month in spousal benefits for the past 2 years. She didn't know she was eligible, and no one from the Social Security Administration had told her about this option. That's $7,200 in benefits she'll never get back because she missed the window to claim them. Now you might be thinking, this sounds complicated. How am I supposed to figure all this out? Don't worry, I'm going to break it down into simple, actionable steps. But first, let me tell you about another critical change that's coming. The way Social Security calculates your base benefit amount is being modified. Your base benefit amount, also known as your primary insurance amount, PIA, is calculated using your highest 35 years of earnings. But here's what most people don't realize: these earnings are indexed for inflation, and the indexing factors are changing. This might sound technical, but it could mean the difference between maximizing your benefits and leaving money on the table. Let's talk about what you need to do before September to ensure you don't miss out on these benefits. The first step is to create an account on the Social Security Administration's website if you haven't already done so. This will give you access to your earnings record and benefit estimates. But don't stop there. These estimates are based on general calculations and don't take into account the strategies I'm about to share with you. The second step is to review your earnings record carefully. I can't stress this enough: errors in your earnings record can significantly impact your benefits. I've seen cases where missing or incorrect earnings information has cost people hundreds of dollars per month in benefits. And if you don't catch these errors before the September deadline, it could affect how the new calculations apply to your benefit amount. Now let's discuss something that many people find confusing: the relationship between retirement age and benefit amounts. You probably know that you can start taking benefits as early as 62 or wait until 70. But did you know that the factors used to calculate the reduction or increase in benefits based on your claiming age are changing? This is where the September deadline becomes crucial for many people. If you're planning to claim benefits in the next few years, you need to understand how these changes will affect your benefit amount. The difference between claiming at the wrong time versus the optimal time could easily amount to that $2,000 we talked about earlier, or even more. Let me give you another real-world example. Tom and Linda are twins, both turning 66 this year. They have identical work histories and earnings records. Tom decided to wait until age 70 to claim his benefits, while Linda started taking hers at 66. The difference in their monthly benefits? Over $800. That's nearly $10,000 per year. And with the new changes coming, this difference could become even more significant. But here's something crucial to understand: waiting isn't always the best strategy. Your optimal claiming age depends on various factors, including your health, family history, other retirement resources, and whether you're married. The key is to make an informed decision based on your specific situation before these changes take effect in September. Let's talk about another aspect of Social Security that's often misunderstood: the earnings test. If you're working and receiving benefits before your full retirement age, your benefits might be reduced if you earn too much. But here's the thing: the earnings test threshold is changing, and if you don't adjust your strategy accordingly, you could end up with reduced benefits unnecessarily. This is particularly important for people who are still working but considering starting their Social Security benefits early. The new rules could affect how much of your benefits you get to keep if you're working. But if you understand these changes and plan accordingly before September, you can potentially avoid thousands of dollars in benefit reductions. Now, let me address something that might be worrying some of you. What if I've already started receiving benefits? Is it too late for me? The answer is no, it's not too late, but you need to act before September. There are still strategies available to maximize your benefits, even if you're already receiving them. For instance, did you know that you can suspend your benefits even after you've started receiving them? This could allow your benefit amount to grow, potentially resulting in higher payments later. But the rules around benefit suspension are changing, and if you don't take action before September, you might miss out on this opportunity. Let's talk about another critical aspect: survivor benefits. If you're married, the decisions you make about your Social Security benefits don't just affect you, they affect your spouse as well. The survivor benefit is typically 100% of what the deceased spouse was receiving, so maximizing your benefit could make a huge difference in your spouse's financial security if you pass away first. This is particularly important for the higher earning spouse. By making the right decisions before September, you could potentially ensure that your surviving spouse receives thousands of dollars more per year in benefits after you're gone. This isn't just about money, it's about providing security and peace of mind for your loved ones. Now, let me address something that many people are concerned about: will these changes affect the overall stability of the Social Security system? While there are ongoing discussions about the long-term sustainability of Social Security, the changes we're talking about today are about maximizing your benefits within the current system. The best way to protect yourself is to understand these changes and take action before September. Let's talk about taxation of Social Security benefits, because this is another area where proper planning can make a big difference. Did you know that up to 85% of your Social Security benefits could be taxable, depending on your total income? The thresholds for benefit taxation aren't adjusted for inflation, which means more and more retirees are finding their benefits subject to tax each year. But here's the good news: with proper planning before September, you might be able to structure your retirement income in a way that minimizes the taxation of your Social Security benefits. This could easily save you thousands of dollars in taxes each year. Now, I know we've covered a lot of information, and you might be feeling a bit overwhelmed. That's completely normal. Social Security is a complex system, and these changes make it even more complicated. But don't let that complexity stop you from taking action. Remember, doing nothing could cost you $2,000 or more in annual benefits. Let me summarize the key actions you need to take before September. First, review your Social Security statement and verify your earnings record. Second, understand how these changes will affect your specific situation. Third, determine if you need to adjust your claiming strategy based on these changes. But here's the most important thing: don't wait until the last minute. September will be here before you know it, and once these changes take effect, you can't go back and undo their impact on your benefits. The time to act is now. If you found this information helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with anyone who might benefit from it. Remember to subscribe to our channel for more crucial financial updates like this one. And if you have any questions about how these changes might affect your specific situation, drop them in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer as many as I can.